100 day in my life. You know me, my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go. 180. Check in. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Kill. Bravo.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just like that. Just like that.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wentz, deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 55 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go. Go to base. 44. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't the game.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 49 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 120! Kill! Hey, Delta!
From midfield, here's Wentz. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
And an Eagles first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 60 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 62 yards, and the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz flush to his right and complete to Zach Ertz. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go. 180!
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And Elliott puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Over.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go play action here on first down. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Hey, orbit. Hey, I'm coming.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely. a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6. On the board, ended up settling for 3.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second and a yard, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From just shy of midfield, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Short boot, take it at the 21. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 1, 3. No.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Now he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
To throw, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leaders
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Squeeze, double.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running right, here's Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 28. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 28. Come on. You better bring it. Hey, number 28. Hey, Ford, told you. Check in. Let's pick it up. Win 5-3. Win 5-3. Hey, exit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Josh Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Fletcher Cox. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, ready. 60-yard roll. Here we go. 66. Pull it. Pass.
Here's McCaffrey. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hey, hold on. 44. Not today, you are. Not today. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Rip right. Sunday. Mike 28. Hey, wahoo. Mike 28. You don't pick up the ball. Hey, number 28. What's that?
To throw is Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 28. Hey, we got a deal.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Alpha.
Now Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that'll